In 1954, a remote valley in northwestern Vietnam became the stage for a battle that would change history, Dien Bien Phu. Once a quiet place, it was transformed into a massive French fortress, surrounded by steep, jungle-covered hills. The French believed their superior firepower and air support would guarantee victory. They built a network of strongpoints, each named after French women, confident no enemy could breach their defenses. But they underestimated the Viet Minh, seeing them as mere guerrillas, incapable of mounting a large-scale assault. The French thought the hills were impassable for heavy artillery, an assumption that would prove fatal. The very terrain they believed gave them an advantage would soon become their prison. The Viet Minh would turn the hills into a platform for a devastating attack, catching the French completely off guard. Dien Bien Phu was about to become a symbol of a small nation's determination against a colonial power. On one side stood the French Union, professional soldiers, elite paratroopers, foreign legionnaires, and colonial troops, armed with tanks, artillery, and aircraft. Their commander, Colonel de Castries, was certain of victory through modern warfare. Opposing them were the Viet Minh, led by General Vo Nguyen Giap, a people's army fueled by resilience, local knowledge, and support from China. The French relied on air power and technology, convinced they could crush a peasant army. But Giap had a different plan. He would not fight the French on their terms. Inspired by the tiger and elephant strategy, the Viet Minh would surround the French, striking relentlessly and wearing them down. The French saw themselves as the mighty elephant. Giap made them the prey. Logistics, patience, and human effort would be the Viet Minh's weapons. The stage was set for a clash of willpower and strategy. The world watched as the trap began to close. On March 13, 1954, the Viet Minh unleashed a thunderous artillery barrage, shattering French illusions of security. Giap's forces had hauled heavy guns into the hills, camouflaged and dug in, invisible to French counterattacks. Strongpoints like Beatrice and Gabrielle fell quickly under the onslaught. The French airstrips were soon unusable, cutting off vital supplies. Anti-aircraft guns made parachute drops deadly and inaccurate. Much-needed supplies often landed in Viet Minh hands. The French fortress was slowly strangled, its defenders trapped in mud, rain, and constant shell fire. The Viet Minh dug their own trenches, inching ever closer in a grim echo of World War I. Day by day, the noose tightened. French morale crumbled as exhaustion, hunger, and casualties mounted. The once confident garrison now faced a desperate struggle for survival. By late April, the French were cornered, their positions shrinking under relentless Viet Minh attacks. The final assault began on May 1st with brutal close-quarters fighting in the mud-soaked trenches. The capture of Elian II, a key strongpoint, allowed the Viet Minh to target the French command bunker directly. One by one, French defenses collapsed. On May 7th, Viet Minh soldiers stormed the command bunker, raising their flag in victory. Colonel de Castries and his staff surrendered. The 56-day siege was over. The French fortress had fallen, and with it, the illusion of colonial invincibility. Around 10,000 French soldiers became prisoners, many facing a harsh march to distant camps. The Viet Minh's victory was total. The world would never be the same. Dien Bien Phu's victory electrified Vietnam and shocked the world. It proved that determination and strategy could defeat even the most powerful colonial armies. The battle ended French rule in Indochina and inspired independence movements across Asia and Africa. At the Geneva Conference, the French agreed to withdraw, and Vietnam was temporarily divided at the 17th parallel. This division set the stage for the next, even bloodier conflict, the Vietnam War. Dien Bien Phu became a symbol of liberation, echoing in struggles for freedom worldwide. The courage of the Viet Minh and the genius of General Giap reshaped Southeast Asia. The battle's legacy endures, a testament to the power of a people fighting for their land and future.